Hello and welcome to the Bounce Back podcast, courtesy of the Bounce Back project by Robert, sponsored by CBA Rufus, a consultancy dedicated to policy, strategy, and governance. And today, once again, we are here on this week where we interrogate the Bounce Back of Kenya Part 2. Remember, last week we did Bounce Back of Kenya Part 1, where we interrogated the 2026-2027 budget. And today we want to focus on something entirely different but still related to what we discussed last week, and this relates to debt, taxes, and the standards of living. You will realize that these are very, very controversial issues in our country. And on this specific day, on the 24th of June 2026, we first of all pay tribute and pay glowing tribute to the young lives that were lost in 2024 at this time when they were clamoring for the change in the finance bill of 2024. We've seen police brutality, a regime that does not care about young people, and a regime that kills its own. So, in a matter of essence, today we would like to dedicate this podcast to those who lost their lives at that juncture, those who lost also their lives, the heroes that lost their lives last year, and unfortunately those others that will lose their lives today. We've realized that slowly this country is degenerating into a banana republic, a police state, and for that we would like to pay tribute and pay homage to those who've lost their lives. All of us are paying the price in a different way. We want change in our country, and the only way we can achieve that is to let this regime know that power belongs to the people, and the Constitution gives us the right to question, to picket, to protest, and to say no when things are not going well. So, in a matter of essence, before we begin this podcast today, I would like to personally pay a special tribute to the young generation, the young lives who are being killed in our streets today, and to say unequivocally that this country shall not go to the dogs. This country belongs to the 55 million of us. Does not belong to one or two individuals, and the president of this country needs to realize that this is a democratic country, 65 years on into independence, and we need to let our young people, we need to let our citizens and many others in this country who are dejected, who are angry, who are dissatisfied by your leadership, we need to allow them to express their views in whatever manner, because the times have changed, eras have changed, and things are different. You cannot silence everybody using the baton. You cannot kill all of us using your bullets. And it's about time we sat down and dialogue, but we cannot dialogue if you continue putting police on the streets and restraining us from talking the things that we need to talk, to air the grievances that we need to speak about, and to say unequivocally to you that the past 3 years have been the most unbearable since independence of this republic. And today, in this special podcast, we want to interrogate debt, taxes, and the high cost of living. The very, very things that cause these young people to go to the streets because they are depressed, dejected, angry, and disillusioned by this leadership, by this government. So before we get onto it, I want to again say unequivocally that I pay homage to the many young people, the Gen Z and the others who are out there in the streets today clamoring and adding to their voice to this movement and saying that indeed power does not reside at the house of the hill anymore. Power does not reside with one man. The power, according to Article 1 of the Constitution, belongs to the people and to all of us. You will not silence us. We will speak, we will talk, we will tell you that we are dissatisfied and we are disillusioned and things need to change. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Please walk with me through this journey, this program, as we discuss policy, strategy, and governance in the issues of debt, taxes, and cost of living. We are going to interrogate this piece today in 6 points as well, 6 segments, starting with the history of borrowing and debt in this country. How did we get ourselves here? Then, after we interrogate that, we shall come slowly to begin to see how the rain, or where the rain started